Greetings to wedding-bound couples and industry creators. Kotsy Photography here at the Carlu in downtown Toronto for another episode of Kotsy Photography Venue Tours. Today I'm taking you on a full tour of one of Toronto's most iconic and elegant wedding venues in a space that's been around for almost a century. Before we get started, if you want to stay in the loop with more wedding-related content like venue tours, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. Now let's see what makes the Carlu such a unique spot to host your wedding. Featuring wedding packages starting at just $150, along with chef-driven cuisine and top-notch service by award-winning Oliver and Bonacini, the Carlu is one of Toronto's top choices to host your special day. Before we take the tour, we're going to brush up on the Carlu's history. If you're not a history buff, feel free to start the tour right now by skipping to the next chapter. The Carlu space dates back to 1930 when it opened as Eaton's 7th floor, a part of Eaton's College Street. It was designed by French architect Jacques Carlu, who brought his signature Art Moderne style, which is known for its clean lines and grand scale. You'll find his style in just about every element, including the color palette, architectural details, artwork, and room appointments. After a closure following the opening of the Eaton Centre in 1977, the 7th floor, inside what is now a heritage building, sat abandoned for 27 years. Then in 2001, the deteriorating space started a 2-year, multi-million-dollar contemporary restoration, which retained Jacques Carlu's original style. Today, the space is now known as the Carlu in his honor and is a National Historic Site of Canada, with the rest of the building known as College Park. Now that we know the history of the Carlu, let's get on with the tour, starting right here in the Grand Foyer. Originally designed in the style of ocean liners at the time, the 10,000 square foot foyer acts as a grand first impression when the elevator doors open. Not only does it connect all the event spaces at the Carlu, it can also be used for large ceremonies of up to 400 people, as well as cocktail hour for weddings in the concert hall. Lined with original artwork and a marble bar, the Grand Foyer is the perfect blend of history and class. Moving into our first event space, let's take a look at the concert hall. Featuring soaring ceilings with ebony and bird's eye maple, this gigantic room was originally built as an auditorium for radio broadcasts as well as live performances, which saw the likes of Billie Holiday, Duke Ellington, Frank Sinatra, and the very first performance of the National Ballet of Canada. Today, the concert hall can not only host wedding receptions of up to 600 seated guests, but its large stage can accommodate any size band to perform that can be seen from all corners of the room. And with the Carlu's in-house AV partner, Encore Audio Visual, you can rest easy knowing that they will look and sound incredible. Our next stop is the Round Room, long considered one of the most elegant places to dine in its original heyday thanks to Jacques Carlu's design choices, from the lighting fixtures to the Royal Worcester china. Jacques' wife Anne was responsible for designing the murals on the walls that you can still admire today. If that's not enough, the unique shape of this room is said to have been the inspiration behind the Rainbow Room at Rockefeller Center in New York City. Look closely and you'll see features like circular moldings in the domed ceiling, recessed alcoves in the corners, and last but certainly not least, the Lalique fountain, which is lit from below. This room is perfect for cocktail hour and receptions of up to 300 seated guests. Originally part of the Carlu's large kitchen, the Sky Room is the next room we'll visit. Featuring large skylight windows that look onto the busy College Street below, and a recessed ceiling that gives off a grand feeling. This mid-sized room can host ceremonies of up to 275 guests, or seated receptions of up to 210. And the final stop on our tour is the Clipper Room. Re-envisioned in 2008 by HGTV designer Sarah Richardson, this space can be used for smaller receptions of up to 50 people or as an add-on like a bridal suite. Lined with large windows and portraits of artists that have played in the auditorium, this room lets in a lot of natural light and offers views of both Yonge and College Streets below. Now that we've finished the tour, let's talk locations for photo shoots. Obviously, the interior here at the Carlu would make the perfect backdrop for couple shots, wedding party shots, and family shots. But if you're looking for something a little more outdoorsy, there's a few options close by. We'll start things off with one of my favorite locations in the city to shoot, University of Toronto. With its gorgeous historic buildings and picturesque hallways, it's the perfect location to pair with your wedding at the Carlu. It's important to keep in mind that U of T's St. George campus isn't just one location, but several thanks to different colleges and centers. Let's take a look at some of my favorites, starting with Knox College. Victoria University, Trinity College, Hart House, and my favorite building on campus, University College. And if U of T wasn't enough, Queen's Park comes right in the middle of it all, complete with towering trees, a statue, a monument, and more paths. The Legislative Assembly of Ontario building is no slouch of a background either. Headed a little east of the Carlu, there's Allan Gardens, which is filled with more trees, paths, and of course the Allan Gardens Conservatory that features 5 greenhouses. Inside and out, this building will provide a stunning backdrop to any photo. And while we're here, we can't forget Equilibrium, this magnificent 23-story mural by Akuta San McGill. Finally, we'll end with something very urban and vibrant, Yonge and Dundas streets. Surrounded by tall buildings, enormous video screens, and the Dundas streetcars, it's a very unique look you won't get anywhere else in the city, and it's all just down the street from the Carlu. Back at the Carlu now, and I want to thank you for joining me on this tour today. If you're looking for a wedding venue that blends history with modern amenities, award-winning cuisine and service, then the Carlu is a no-brainer. And for capturing the beautiful, authentic memories that'll make you relive the warm and fuzzies for years to come, head on over to kotsy.ca to learn more about my services and to set up a free consultation. I can't wait to hear what you're planning. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.